Greetings, football fans, aka soccer fans. Welcome to Football in the Americas, Ball Chat Football in the Americas. I'm Benton. Junior, how are you doing, brother?
I'm here. How are you?
I am doing wonderful, sir. Doing wonderful. And on the phone, as always, we have the wonderful, the DC United fan herself. Come on, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So, football or soccer fans, this week is where we discuss in Football in America's rivalry week, football in our own backyard segment. Football in the Americas will be centered around football in our own backyard. We're going to try to hit the major things from football in the Americas. And before we get to rivalry week in the MLS is always a big part of football in the Americas. Let's preview and set up. The U.S. Open Cup final is this Tuesday. Atlanta United hosts Minnesota. Five Stripe should win this game. Junior.
Should.
Bounty Killer says
I mean, why not?
Bounty Killer said.
They what? How much have Atlanta won in a row right now? I think the number is at what now? 3, 4?
We're winning a lot of games. Ever since Frank de Boer and his ludicrous statement, the team has been playing exceptionally well. Come on. I mean, we don't agree with Frank de Boer's statement, but Atlanta United is running in well. They came off of a victory against Orlando. Atlanta United should beat Minnesota for this U.S. Open Cup, right?
If it was last year with Minnesota, I would say yes. But the new and improved Minnesota, they're playing very good football. And sometimes Atlanta allows little lapses, in the 90 minutes of play. So I'm thinking if Minnesota plays well, they can actually beat Atlanta to win this cup.
Now, soccer fans and Football in the Americas fans, those of you who are new to this platform, come on, doesn't like Atlanta United. We just want to get that out of the way. So anything to have and see Atlanta United lose games. Anything to see Atlanta United lose games. Minnesota is coming off a 1-0 defeat to Sporting Kansas in the MLS. I mean, it's another trophy.
We're looking forward to Tuesday.
We are looking forward to Tuesday. We're looking at, yes, Minnesota has improved. They have played well. They should be running in for a playoff spot in the MLS and do well. But Frank de Boer, Pity Martinez is playing exceptionally well. I mean, the little miserable forward, Joseph Martinez, is on a 12-game scoring streak. Mm-hmm. I mean, keys for the game for you, Junior.
Score early. Atlanta United should score early.
It should score early.
That's everything. We know the fans are going to be pumped and in the game.
Yeah.
But let them push Minnesota completely out of the building.
Just kill them off.
Just kill them off early.
Score early and score often. Come on, since I know you're picking against Atlanta United to win the game, the keys for Minnesota victory for you.
Minnesota just needs to attack the ball. Don't let up from start to finish. And whatever they do, keep Joseph Martinez at bay.
Keep Joseph Martinez at bay. Quintarian family, good luck. I'm a huge Minnesota fan, but not this week. Ball Chat family, Ball Chat will be live in the building and we'll give you updates on our social media platform. Five Stripe should be getting another trophy. And if they don't, I'm going to have to come here next week on Ball Chat with egg on my face on Football in the Americas. Now to the MLS rivalry week. Atlanta United defeated Orlando. I mean, is this even a rivalry? Atlanta United have won all these matchups, at least the last 6. I mean, who cares about this? Why?
If you didn't watch a game, yes. But
yes.
We all watched the game.
Yes, and
Orlando should have won that game.
I don't think they should have won.
They should have scored.
They should have scored.
And if they had scored 2, they should have won.
Yeah, Michelle and Orlando, and they really played well. I was very impressed with Orlando's outfit. Your thoughts on that matchup? Come on.
Orlando was okay. They kind of played to Atlanta, Atlanta's strengths, and that was the issue with me. They didn't take their chances. The opportunities that were given to them, they didn't capitalize on it. Yeah, they should have maybe scored 1 or 2 goals, but they weren't the better team for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But honorary mention, Mr. Florentine Pogba
Yes.
continues to be impressive, and I have to big him up. Big him up.
Yeah, big up
After big.
Florentine Pogba. He's playing well. He's playing very well for Atlanta United. I got to give him my props. The other results in rivalry week in the MLS, Seattle Sounders went into the fortress. Portland Timbers. We thought this was a fortress until Atlanta United broke through last week, and now Seattle followed through.
It's still, the patch isn't there.
The patches in this fortress. I mean, come on, what's going on with Savarese and this Portland Timbers team? They seems to be leaking at the back.
Yeah, but if you watch the game, it was an even game. It was an even game, and I'm going to say Portland was just unlucky on the night. It wasn't. They might need to kind of clean up the back and kind of maybe fix and tweak the wings and a little bit. But they have the scoring players. They have the players to score the goals. But it's just that they need to tweak some more. And going into the playoffs, they might just do that. But it wasn't, a blowout by any means. It was an even game right through.
And come on, but the important point here is that Portland is in the last playoff spot, with Sporting Kansas and FC Dallas on their heels. I mean, they needed that victory to kind of shore up that playoff position.
Yes, but they're still in the final spot. They didn't fall out of it. So they need to maintain, and I think they'll actually do that. So I'm not worried for them as yet. They just have to, as I said, shore up on certain things, and I think they'll actually make the playoffs.
Well, for me, speaking as a Portland fan, there are absolutely three reasons why Portland should have won that game. Number one, you're just coming off losing to Atlanta.
Yes, at home.
Number two, this is your rival.
Yeah.
And number three, you're in the last playoff spot. It should have been nothing to motivate these players to go out there and beat the brakes off Seattle.
And normally Portland is more. I don't know. I am starting to have a little bit of doubt of Savarese's management of this Portland outfit.
You know what I always said though?
Yeah.
Parity.
Parity in the MLS. Another week of parity. Come on, Philadelphia Union defeated DC United as we continue our roundup of MLS rivalry week. Philadelphia Union is trying to push for that first spot in the East. Your assessment as DC United kind of wobble and keep wobbling, may even fall out of that playoff spot if they keep losing at this rate.
If DC continues to play like how they're playing, they deserve to not even make the playoffs. I was surprised when I heard chants, Olsen out. People have been talking about it. But for the fans to come out and start saying it, no, it's kind of crazy. Is Ben Olsen the coach to lead DC United to a first cup? Or, I don't think so. But it's just ridiculous. Rooney leaving, people are saying that Rooney has checked out, which I don't believe. Because Rooney has not been that kind of player who, gives up when the going gets tough. I'm not sure what's going on with DC United, but they're not playing well. And Philadelphia deserves to beat the brakes off them when they did.
Junior, in the battle of Canadians teams, Montreal Impact, and we're going to segue and link this to it. We're not leaving the results as we do our MLS roundup in Football in the Americas. Montreal Impact fired their coach and hired Cabrera, who was fired from Houston. He subsequently took charge in the game against Toronto FC. They lost 2-1. I mean, first, are you surprised that Cabrera was able to get that job in Montreal after the debacle at Houston?
So who would have been the next coach?
Mikel Arteta.
Oh, come on. You think Arteta is going to fly over here for that?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know, but that's a legit. I mean, we there are many coaches out there, but it's a coaching carousel. It's close to the playoffs. No good coach worth his salt is going to take over a job a couple weeks out of the playoffs and then is expected to produce results with a team that is probably looking for vacations right now. No. So you just take the next best thing. So I'm not surprised. I'm not.
Come on, I want to get you chiming on this. Cabrera found a home in Montreal. They lost it. I mean, yeah, clearly I didn't really expect him to start implementing his plans successfully in the game against Toronto. But were you surprised with that hire for Montreal?
No, and if you remember, we talked about, the revolving door that is MLS, that they recycle the same coaches. And remember, I told you that Wilma is one of U.S. Soccer's golden boys. He's been there for a hot minute. He's coached a couple of the youth teams. So, why wouldn't they give him a job? It's the boys' club. Why wouldn't he be the coach?
Because he's been mediocre at Houston. That's why you don't give him a job.
But look who's the coach for the U.S. national team. I mean, what are you saying? It's just we've seen it. Look at Caleb Porter. Caleb Porter left Portland and got a job at Columbus Crew. And Columbus Crew, they're not doing well. They're not playing well. They're in 11th spot in the conference. So and you can't tell me that they don't have coaches who they can get. Just like how they can go there and recruit players, they can get coaches as well. So it is a revolving door for them. So, he's not the only person. Just look at all the other coaches that have gotten jobs after they failed. So I'm not surprised.
You brought up Caleb Porter and Columbus Crew. They're currently playing FC Cincinnati in their rivalry week matchup. Is FC Cincinnati, did you found Jamaican Drogba, a.k.a. Darren Maddox? You were looking for him recently. Come on. Is he playing? How is he doing? Is he starting today?
He's starting, but it's just 10 minutes into the game. So the best chances so far in the 10 minutes is have come from Columbus Crew. They should have gotten a penalty. I'm not sure what VAR is doing, but he hasn't touched the ball once. But he's starting. He's on the pitch, which is better from a couple weeks ago when he was not even in the 18.
So Jamaican Drogba is on the field today, Junior. I'm sorry, Didier. In a big matchup later on in Football in the Americas, MLS El Tráfico 2.0 round 2. LAFC holds LA Galaxy. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and company goes into LAFC Stadium Bank. The Bank Stadium to play LAFC. I mean, can LAFC exact revenge for the humiliation in the first match?
Not only can they will. And they will do it with extreme prejudice. I expect, and it's going to sound crazy, but I expect more than 5 goals. I really do. Especially after what LA Galaxy did when Zlatan just came back. Forget about it. 5-1. I'm going to give Zlatan a goal.
Yeah, come on. LAFC should run rampant over Galaxy.
They should. They looked impressive when they beat San Jose 4-0 just the other day. So they actually look good. If they're clicking on all cylinders, it's going to be a 3-1 win for LAFC.
But this is a rivalry. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Latif Blessing had a lot to say in the last matchup. I'm looking forward to the reception that the Galaxy family and Zlatan received. This should be a tasty matchup. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned for LAFC versus LA Galaxy. Any other major hits from you or points from you? Come on about the MLS and football in our own backyard.
Well, so MLS has a Jamaican head coach. It's Robin Fraser. He was the assistant at Toronto FC, so now he's the head coach at Colorado Rapids. And it's kind of something I found that was kind of weird, and I don't understand it. So the Rapids sent $75,000 to Toronto in general allocation money for the right to sign the coach. Isn't that weird? Is this the only place that they send money to another team to sign a coach?
Well, if the coach is high demand, come on.
No, because
Robin Fraser
was something there not bought, but wasn't there, what's his name? The guy that used to coach AC Milan.
Which guy used to coach?
He coaches Napoli now.
The Carlo Ancelotti.
I think Ancelotti. No, was Ancelotti or was it Jose? So I'm pretty sure somebody was.
Oh, we're
it
talking about
happens
MLS.
in Europe.
It happens in the European League.
Yeah.
You know, they Everton did send some stuff to Watford, and they did send stuff to Swansea for Ronald Koeman years ago.
Right.
But this is to Southampton for Ronald Koeman. But this is unusual for MLS, though. Come on.
Yeah. So we have a Jamaican head coach. So he's now the head coach for Colorado Rapids. Let's see if we can. Colorado Rapids, they're already out of the playoffs. They can't make it this year.
Yeah, so
so let's see if he can salvage, some pride for them.
Okay, so this is a rebuilding project.
Exactly.
Rebuilding project, right?
Rebuilding again. Every year, Colorado Rapids rebuild. They had Connor Casey. And you know how I feel about players being coaches? They have Connor Casey, who was the interim coach, and it just didn't work. Colorado needs some good players, good pieces, to actually start rebuilding. They always at the bottom of the pack, always.
All right, Colorado lost to New England. Was that the first game for Robin Fraser's tenure this past weekend against New England?
I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
they signed him. I think it was yesterday they signed him.
Yeah. Okay, yesterday time. All right, Junior, any final takeaways from football in our own backyard?
I'm just getting ready for the playoffs.
I'm getting ready for the
man.
playoffs. And another big note from football in the Americas. Big up to Danny Alves. He scored on his debut for Corinthians or whichever club he's
Winning goal too.
a winning goal too. And football in the Americas means South and North America, so don't bother me, all right? Football family, link us, soccer family, link us on social media, Ball Chat 1 on Twitter, Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram, Ball Chat on Facebook, Ball Chat Podcast on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell your soccer friends. Ball Chat Podcast, you can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. It's a fan-oriented show. We discuss soccer and football in our own backyard. Soccer meaning football, same thing. Atlanta United will win another trophy this week. Minnesota, get ready.
All right, come on, later.
All right, cool. Bye.